Okay, so in Sacramento, the Golden State Killer, now that he's called, was known as the East Area Rapist and was linked to additional attacks in Contra Costa County, Stockton, and Modesto. He was later known for his Southern California crimes, known as the original Night Stalker. He is suspected to have begun as a burglar before moving to Sacramento area based on a similar MO and circumstantial evidence.
Well, he was definitely more than a burglar.
Yeah.
He's known as a burglar, but he also cut people's faces off and raped their dead bodies.
Well, that's how they start. They work themselves up.
Yeah.
Welcome to Failing Hollywood, broadcasting from the basement of an abandoned Blockbuster Video. I am one-armed ninja, Bill Gibson. To my right, the burly Freddie Foote.
Woo! What up?
And to my left, the master of props, your host, Mikey T.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah?
How you doing, Bill?
I am so good and so fucking tired.
Okay, let's move on.
Bill and I started on a new project this week. You want to tell them a little bit about that project, Bill?
Yeah. Mikey is the prop master. I'm the assistant prop master. We're working on a horror film that feels more like a thriller, psychological thriller, would you say?
Yeah, kind of. The story is kind of interesting. It's based on like a true story. I don't know. Google Otto in the Attic.
Yeah, and then maybe we shouldn't say much more because the movie's not out or anything.
Well, we could talk about the actual Otto in the Attic. We don't have to talk about the actual
Otto in the Attic.
Otto is his name. O-T-T-O.
Okay.
Is that the name of the movie? Otto in
No.
the Attic?
That's the name of my cousin's fucking auto mechanic shop.
No, yeah,
It's based on like 5 movies I've already seen.
pretty much.
Yeah.
If you Google it, there's like I think Neil Patrick Harris portrays him in a movie at some point. Okay, the premise.
There's an Australian one on Netflix that's really good.
The premise is not of the movie. Okay, the real story is there was this dude that was like 17 living in Michigan, and this husband and wife, they're living, and the wife was a fashion person, and her
husband was a wealthy something.
Yeah, but her sewing machine broke. So she brought in this sewing machine repairman who is a 17-year-old kid to come in. Yeah, I don't know. Is that...
Look up the actual guy.
Man in the Attic, I guess, is one of it. Is that the Neil Patrick Harris one? It is, yeah. Okay, hey, Man in the Attic. But, yeah, she brings in this 17-year-old boy to come in, and...
Can we play the trailer for Man in the Attic? I kind of want to see that shitty trailer.
Maybe we could watch a little bit of it. But let me explain the whole thing. So this boy comes in, and the wife was home alone, like in nothing but like a robe, and like seducing him. And then she seduced him, and then he was 17, so I think she probably took his virginity. So he fell in love with this woman, and like she is homely as fuck. If you look up pictures of her, like it's like her tits go down to her belly button.
She's pretty haggard.
Well, we don't know if that was during the love affair or at the end of her life. But she...
I think her name was Dolly or something.
For what this guy went through.
Dolly. Yeah, that's it. Dolly. Go to the images. Yeah, there we go. She's homely as fuck. I don't know how she got...
Oh, wait, this is the true story?
That's the real... Yeah, that's the real lady. Her name is like Dolly Osterich.
So anyway,
it looks like her name is Wahlberg.
I'm going to run through this story real quick just so we can move on.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm pretty sure that Mark Wahlberg owns a restaurant called Wahlberg.
Okay, thanks for derailing from that.
Yeah.
Go with the story.
All right, so basically this lady started having sex with this kid. People were getting suspicious, so she's like, I got to hide it. So she told the kid, hey, we live in this crazy, awesome house. Live in our attic. It'll be a secret. So they had this love affair for years.
A decade.
Well, they ended up moving to Los Angeles. The guy came without the husband knowing, lived in the new attic, and then a couple years go by. The husband and wife are fighting, and the guy in the attic thinks that she's in danger. He comes out of the attic and shoots the husband 3 times, killing him. And then he like went on the lam for years, like moved to Canada.
Moved to Canada.
And
There's
then,
a great actually podcast where they talk about it on the Dollop. It's called like The Man in the Attic or something like that, or Otto in the Attic. But it's
Dude, that guy must have been slanging dick like a fucking god, bro.
dude. The
you
woman
imagine
has
just
had
having
to
a
have
creep
had
in
a
your
golden
attic?
pussy, dude.
No,
Holy
that's-
crap! Do you just see the pictures of her? Like,
This
how could
dude's
you have
fucking
somebody?
creeping in an attic? He's got no social skills.
He's
He
got
can't pick up a
zero
girl.
social skills for sure.
I think
how does he
he's
go
just-
back into the real world at that point?
I think he's just giving out that good ass dick.
He's living in like a 3x4 shoebox up in
she
the
was
attic.
all the wiser. She locked that boy down or up.
Wait, how old was she when this was happening originally?
I don't know.
was
She was like in her
17?
30s or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, the movie we've been working on has been a little bit crazy in terms of this, but working props has been super interesting. I'm prop mastering it, and Bill is assisting me. And the crazy thing about props is we're in charge of the things actors touch. That's it.
Yeah.
We're in charge of things that they interact with and they touch.
Yeah, and also if like their personal things, like their wedding rings,
cop
watches,
belts.
sunglasses, guns,
Yeah.
anything that they're fucking around with.
Yeah, but this is quite a lower budget movie, and it's been a while since I've worked in the low budget world. So it's coming up a lot of stuff that you have to fight for more things. And for some reason, when something goes wrong, everybody automatically turns to props and it's like, hey, why don't you fix this? Like there was a moment last week where the actor was supposed to be like running out of this garage, like not a garage opening door, but like one
barn
that
door.
swings open. Yeah. He's like puking outside of it. So in the scene, he runs out and the door, he swings it too hard and it like comes off the hinges and flies up. And like, we didn't know what had happened. And then they call on the walkie, hey, Bill Props, come here. So Bill books it down, and then they're like, hey, the door fell off. And he's like,
Yeah, I was like, okay, there's 3 other people you should be talking to. Locations, the site rep, and set deck. I have nothing to do with this. This door did not come off of our truck. This is not a door the actor carries around with him like a security blanket.
To be fair, the actor did touch it. So.
He did touch it.
when you lean against a wall, that doesn't make it a fucking prop.
Technically, it does.
Yeah. But anyways,
We've been helping out a lot of other departments on this show. Costumes, set deck.
yeah, that's the thing when you come into from the like high budget world, and you go back to doing these independent shows, you kind of bring a lot of newfound skills. You just have more shit and you have more things. So when everybody else is fucking up, you're like, hey,
Like
I got this. I
actually
shouldn't be.
have that
Yeah.
thing on my truck.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why would you have that? Because I have fucking everything, you motherfucker.
yeah, because I knew you would be unprepared. So we're gonna bring. Trust me, this movie is just producing
So many
fail stories
Yeah.
day after day.
Yeah,
after day.
we've got all kinds of them. We'll get into them.
we're gonna
I've been
get on.
working too, so I got a couple fail stories.
Yeah, and Freddie's actually coming on as another assistant on Monday to work on this show too. So we're gonna have the whole entire podcast family.
Yeah, we'll
You're
have,
recording on set live from the prop truck.
Yeah, we'll bring Nick too. Nick
giving
could just
you play-by-play
Yeah,
fail
we'll sneak
stories.
Nick into
Nick
the-
can drive the truck.
We can drive the truck. But anyways, we'll get back to that. We did bring in a guest today. Bill, you want to introduce him?
Yes. Hi. Oh no, this is me. Yes. Our guest is a friend of mine that I made on a show that I worked on. Oh man, what was that like 2 years ago? Liberty Crossing.
First actor I think we've ever had on the podcast.
Yeah, this is the first actor. Adam Faison.
Hey, Adam, how's it
Am I
going?
pronouncing that right?
Yes, you pronounced it exactly right. I do like a phase on, face
Yeah.
off.
Phase
There we
on,
go.
phase
There we go.
off.
Yeah,
I've
I
always
like a
said it
little
like
web
that,
series
and
I
it
do
wasn't
where I
until
was like,
now that I was like, "Am I saying your
You
name
completely
right?"
did. You killed it.
Wait,
Most people go like Faison or Faison. There's like no H in there.
Faison.
Faison.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Why does Faison
French.
remind me of Chocolate Rain?
Oh.
Chocolate rain.
Doesn't
I don't know. You
does he have
tell
the same
me.
name? I feel like
There's
he has the
Donald.
same name.
Does
No,
Donald
his name
Faison?
is Tayson Day.
Oh, that's right, Tayson.
Got it.
Faison.
And there's also
Faison, not
Gail Faison of the what are their name? Hello. Do you know that Nick Kroll and
Oh yeah.
they had again one of their names is Gil
Oh,
Faison.
the tuna.
Yeah. What's the name of the special? It's like an
There's a
Del
pitch about how
tuna.
much mayo is in the tuna restaurant. Yeah, they play like old Jewish characters,
Yes,
and they
yes,
just
yes,
bitch
yes,
about
yes.
how much mayo is in the tuna.
Yep. Yeah, we saw them recently at the Annenberg Center, and it was really funny.
Oh, was that during that like giant tour they did?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So, Adam, I did some research on you.
Oh.
Yeah, I did a little research.
Hi.
I saw that you've worked on such pictures such as The Fosters, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
were
I
you
can
an
talk
agent?
about that if you want. I was
Yeah.
actually the younger version of I guess you couldn't call him a super villain because he didn't really have any powers, but I was playing the younger.
But you were an
counterpart.
asshole, basically.
I am. His name's Jasper Sitwell, and I make the joke he doesn't sit well with others. He's a double agent.
Hey Nick, can we get some scenes up?
Oh God! Roll that clip. Roll that
Of him
clip.
not sitting well.
He's yeah, but he's
He just
pretty.
can never like. He's just all over the seat. He's like, how do you do this?
Oh, he's like sliding off like a banana.
You got too much shit in your wallet. Take your wallet out of your pocket before you sit down.
He only lays in hammocks. Yeah, avoid any type of slippage. But yeah, no, he was really cool. He actually came back in the Avengers, in the last Avengers movie, in
Oh,
Endgame.
really?
Yeah, so it was really cool. The guy Maximiliano Hernandez, the guy who plays the older version of me in the
name
Marvel
is
Cinematic
very
Universe.
sexy.
It is right. He's so.
Say it one more time for me.
Maximiliano
Slowly.
Hernandez.
Oh, shit.
Maximiliano Hernandez.
Damn.
pants are
Dude,
getting
you gotta start
Hello.
podcasting like erotic novels or some shit.
Yeah,
I'll do
exactly.
that,
That's
and
what I
then
was thinking.
Freddie will take the ASMR portion.
Yeah.
That sounds like a character from a fucking Daniel Steele novel.
Oh
dude.
man. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
man, my mom has read like every single one of those books.
Oh, of course she has.
Fabio
All
on the
right,
fence.
that's it.
So
Let's
you-
get her on the line to tell us about these books.
So you couldn't weasel yourself onto the Marvel
Oh
universe?
man,
set?
that would
I
have
mean-
been fucking amazing. It's funny because that casting office, they do so many of her name's Sarah Finn, and she's the daughter of this like prolific casting director like legend called Mally Finn, and she does pretty much all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff. And it's like they called me in recently again for something, and I wanted to be like, do you guys know I'm like already a part of the MCU? But I don't want to fucking say anything
feel
because
like
I
a
didn't
lot
want to
of
ruin my
actors were,
chances.
though.
At this point, they don't know. I
Yeah,
feel.
They're like,
nobody
there's so
knows.
many-
Nobody keeps track.
It doesn't really
I'm
matter
part of the
anymore, right? It's like
MCU.
Chris
There's a whole
Evans.
bunch of actors that have
Everybody's part.
yeah,
Yes,
they
I was
play
like,
double
Wait a minute.
roles.
How is
Yeah.
Bill part of the MCU?
You may not know this.
Vigilante.
Tell us, Bill.
No. I died in the Marvel Universe very early on. I think it was the 1940s or 50s. Season 1, season finale, Agent Carter. I am a cop, and I get shot in the head and die.
Wow.
Yep.
He did say earlier as we were heading out here that he shot here Agent Carter.
Did you do PA work? On that,
Season
or
1,
you like went on as a BG guy.
Season 1, I was a background cop, and then they featured me where
They were like, he's too hot not
this
to
is the
feature.
scene. It's Tony Stark's
That's
dad, whatever Tony Stark's dad's name is. They're getting him into a police car to get him out of there because shit is going down. The car takes off, and then Jarvis realizes, that wasn't the normal cop that drives that car, because it was my car, and my dead body slides out of the alley with a bullet hole. And he's like, oh no!
So you're dead in the Marvel universe?
Yes, and then season 2, I was a PA on this show, and that's a total coincidence. The people who hired me had nothing to do with the people.
I was gonna say they demoted you because they shot you.
Yeah.
He can be a
Can't do
PA
anything
now.
with it now. Yeah.
Get him to bring us copies.
Yeah.
You're dead now. Can you sort out this walkie business?
yeah.
Call
That's
our
it.
first team
That's
to
your
set.
That's your hell, dude.
So other pictures include Grace and Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was a fun
I worked
one.
on that one for a little bit.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did
Dude,
some props
how
on it for
awesome
a bit.
are Lily and Jade, man?
Awesome. They're
such
super friendly.
fucking legends.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah, we had a nice little scene at Del Taco together.
Really?
Where they like blow the fuck up on me, and I'm just like this. awkward employee who, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, a little closer. Okay, got it.
so you
Yeah.
you were a Del Taco employee.
Bob. Del Taco employee Bob. Very ethnically ambiguous. There's no real. I mean, it could be a white dude, but yes, it was
But
really
no,
funny.
no,
when I was
no.
like,
It's
Bob.
it's a pretty authentic Mexican restaurant. We just gotta stick to the Latino.
Bob was just
crowd.
very. Could be like Roberto. Could
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like
yeah.
a little truncated version of that. But I guess that would be Rob.
Like you didn't speak very much English as this role as Bob.
That would be really funny. They're like, yeah, no, they all English. Yes, that would be a really funny scene because that would make for really funny because I don't think that they speak any Spanish. But yeah, that was really fun. That was a good time. I think they're being nominated for another Emmy.
I
some
believe
more
it.
Emmys
I believe
this
it.
year.
Yeah,
Maybe
they
because
could
of
go-
your role as Bob. I mean,
Yeah,
That
that's what
scene
boosted
was-
them, man.
that's the scene they show at the awards.
Oh my god! Where was my fucking invite? I'm like in my home, just screaming at the TV that I don't have cable on, so I'll actually not be screaming at any TV.
So let's take things to the beginning. Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from San Diego originally.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
know. I had to think about that. It's
Yeah.
not that far away.
Still
and it was not
Southern
a distant.
California.
Yeah. But yeah, I grew up there in San Diego, and it's cool. I still kind of go back there, pretty much like bi-monthly or every once in a while when I can. This past few months I've been working, so I haven't been getting to go down as much as I like to, but it's cool because it's very close, and I just take the metro usually. I think is it Comic-Con this week or next
it's
week?
next weekend.
Oh my god, dude! I tried to take the train 2 years ago because our friend Shelly was there doing promoting Teen Wolf.
Yeah. Shelley Hennig.
And Posey. Yeah, Tom
we
Posey.
almost went to that, didn't we?
We were trying to get some tickets sorted.
Posey
Wait, when was
Posey
this?
wanted to take us, but then I don't know. I had to leave town. I had
It's
to be in
wild.
Canada.
You're glad you didn't, because that if you took the train or even try to drive, it was just fucking bananas.
Yeah, no, we're trying to get industry. I submitted for industry passes for LA Comic Con.
Oh, dude.
So the lesser
Okay.
Comic Con.
I was like, oh.
yeah.
No, but still really cool. Still really awesome.
We were gonna go down and try to like do a podcast from the parking lot, but then we realized parking there, overnight parking, is
I was
scarce.
gonna say the sound probably would have been awful.
Oh, dude, I'll show you the mobile studio a little bit after. Yeah.
yes, please.
It's actually the sound in that is actually
It's
better
big.
than it is in here because
Really?
it's so insulated
I
in
guess
the van.
you're right.
Like the insulation there is impeccable.
Yeah.
Sound
So,
chamber.
yeah,
We did episode 5 in Pismo Beach from the van.
Wow.
Yeah, and
And it
there's
sounds
like
great.
Yeah, there's ATVs ripping all around us and like cars getting stuck.
Yeah,
and
we didn't hear
closed the
any
door.
of it.
We didn't hear anything.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
Damn. Yeah, you got to show me that.
Yeah, I will. I'll show you before you leave. But so San Diego, cool.
Yes.
So what? I mean, how'd you get into acting? Like, is
Yeah.
this something, or
What
did
was
you?
your first role?
Yeah, is this something that you
Yes.
immediately got into? Did you do some work at like McDonald's or Del Taco before you did Del Taco
Did you
before
ever
I did some
audition
Del Taco
for-
work. I did do some waiter work. What did you say?
Did you ever audition for Harvey Weinstein?
Oh man, I no, but actually, weirdly, ironically, I was like watching a Vox video on like his, like his descent into just shit fire last night. It's really random, but yes, I started. My first role was as the black sheep in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wait, was
I
this
don't know-
this a movie or was it an actual
This was
like
a
a theater?
play.
It's a
Yeah,
play.
this was a
Yeah.
play.
Yeah,
Play.
that's the play that. The only thing I know about that is that's the play Kramer gets the coat from in one of the Seinfeld episodes. I remember him just
You know it
walking
from
around with a
Seinfeld?
cane because he's just walking like a pimp,
Yes.
and he has the
I do remember that now.
dream coat.
My mom's gonna love that plug. She's gonna love that. My mom's favorite show is Seinfeld. She's just like always just referencing it, and I never have seen. I've seen like one episode.
Oh,
and-
really?
Yeah, I'm really bad. I'm a
Didn't
bad.
that actor?
I'm a bad
You
actor.
need
Isn't there an
to
actor that just died
watch.
from Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Not Kramer.
No, not Kramer.
It's the only show that I'll watch that
think
has a
so.
laugh track.
Really?
I love how there's a
have you
conversation
ever
going
watched-
on over there and over here.
Have you ever watched shows like the clips on YouTube of shows where they take out the laugh track?
Yes.
It's like not fucking funny.
No.
And it's
Yeah.
funny how
They
not
need
funny
that.
it is.
You're talking about the
Like
Big
Friends.
Bang Theory.
Oh, or the
Yes.
Big Bang. Yes.
Big Bang Theory
Yes.
is a terrible show.
Oh my god.
No, it's like dad
It's
jokes.
like
It
really
feels
bad.
like dad jokes.
You're like,
when they're
wait,
doing
not
it.
the laugh track.
Can-
It's like it's not funny.
Can I bring to light the problem with Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, please.
Enlighten us.
So the point of view of that show is basically all right. So you've got like a bunch of these really nerdy guys. Well, look, but you have like all these like nerdy guys, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got like this.
That's what nerds do.
Well, no, that's how like they're portrayed. Like
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And then you've got this like one like. What like normie like this that girl with the
Penny, I
like
think
yeah
it is.
she's supposed to be
Yeah.
like a normal person.
That's just hanging out with the nerds.
Basically the
It's like what Ostrid was to us, I feel like.
basically the show isn't a show about nerds for nerds. It's for normal
people
type of
to laugh at
boring whatever people poking fun at nerds.
Yeah.
Because you know this by where the laugh track plays. Like, oh, blah blah blah, Dungeons and Dragons. Who
plays Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons is literally the funniest or the funnest game
Funnest
to play
game ever.
fucking drunk.
Yeah, it is a fun game. My parents love
To
the
play
Big
drunk.
Bang Theory though. Like it's like one of their favorite shows.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sitcoms, the network sitcoms, just don't really land much with me. And I feel like with most of our generation, I guess it's
Yeah.
just kind of fall flat.
But Seinfeld,
Yes, but that one, I don't.
it's so very New York, and I mean if
As a
it's-
Jersey boy, you really.
it's so
you're
good.
that-
It's just it's perfect.
So okay, let's get back to that.
Yes.
What was this a school play, The Dreamcoat?
This
or
was
this,
it was called Missoula Children's Theater. I don't know if they're still
This is in
around.
San Diego?
This was in San Diego, and they go around and they tour and like basically put on productions.
So what did you
different-
always know you wanted to be into acting, or did you see
know,
them come through and you're like, I want to try that? I
It's
like
funny.
the
My
theater.
brother was doing it, and so we did it together.
Older
and so
brother,
my
or-
older brother. Yeah, and so I saw him doing. I saw him doing it all the time, and I was like, wow, this is really. It's kind of fun, and I was quirky and like funny and. I don't know, weird. I would always do
Yeah.
like the splits in like the middle of a party, and my mom would be like, "Why are you doing the splits in the middle of a party?" I'd be like, "I don't know." She'd be like, "Well, fuck, let's like make some money off this."
Mother, why not?
And then you drop a smoke bomb in your mouth.
Why am I doing the splits?
You and Bill at parties must be incredible. All right, no, this kid over here is doing Karate Kid, and this kid's doing splits.
Oh my god!
What the hell is going
Dude, remember
on?
we were at that party the other day, and he just literally was like, "Let me take a slow-mo video of Bill," and he just spits out beer.
Do you have that video?
I have that video still.
I was wondering who took that video.
It was me, and I'll send it to you after this.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like trying to find it on the internet.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, let's do a slow mo video. So my stupid brain goes, spit beer everywhere.
And everyone thought he like got really sick and threw up. Anyways,
Don't you guys just hate it
tie-
when people take pictures and they don't actually send it to you? Let's
Yeah.
talk about
Well, hey, he'll send it to us. We'll put it on our
What's
What's
Instagram.
this
You
deal
can
with
check it
people
out.
not sending you pictures? Tyler was actually a little upset that I spit
I was
on the
gonna
deck.
say, I remember he like pulled you aside and was like,
Like,
"Bro, come on, keep it together. We're good. You don't need to do this."
No, okay, yeah.
That was
we
the-
keep getting super far off track.
Sorry.
It's
Yeah,
all right.
We're having fun.
So yeah, we are. So that was the first thing that got into your
Yeah,
brother
that was
got
the
you.
first
in?
thing. Yeah, and then basically I kept doing it. I was doing some like local commercials there when I was a kid.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Can we get some of those companies? What do
Ooh,
we got?
and one was a Ford.
Actually, can we find any of them? Have you?
You know,
tried
I wonder
to?
if I'd have to kind of do some digging. My mom was very good about like taping things, so I feel like she
okay.
probably has one. But one was like
Supportive
a
mother.
Ford Expedition. She's very supportive.
Yeah.
And we drove out to this place called Julian in San Diego, and so it's really cool because it snows there, and it's like one of the only places in San Diego that like snows when you. Well, I don't know if that's one of the only places,
Yeah.
but I think it is. And you go up into the mountains, and so we shot this whole thing there. There's this whole sort of local car dealership commercial, and then after my treat was that I got like some Julian apple pie because they're known for their apples.
That's what you get.
Yeah,
I
that
will
was my, like,
pay you
little
an
prize.
apple pie.
My mom's like, I'm pocketing all the money, but you get this
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
pie. As a
Yes,
payment.
we'll give you apple pie and your
Yeah.
mother a check for $10,000.
Shit, kids are easy.
From the local Ford dealership.
I'm sorry, but could I get 2 apple pies?
So you realized you wanted to get into it then. Did you go to school for acting?
I
or
did go
anything?
to school for that. Yes, I did go to. I did go to school. I actually like that better than school. It's cool. School.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I did that for a little bit, and then I started getting picked on for doing a lot of theater and stuff where I was growing up in San Diego. So I stopped doing it for a while actually.
Really?
And then
They bullied you out of
they
acting?
bullied the fuck out of me, dude. It was not fun. But actually, I don't think I'd be doing like straight acting now. I guess now it sounds weird when I said it, like not straight acting, but you know what I fucking mean.
I'm doing
Goddamn.
gay acting
Yeah,
now.
that's what I was like, God, but so it's like now I just sound like I'm like, oh no, I'm like heteronormative, like
You strictly
adapting
do
to-
gay acting.
I strictly do gay acting before, and now I only do straight acting. But yeah, no. So yeah, I don't think I'd be doing like sort of a lot of this sort of deeper film work. I guess mostly I do comedy, but I've been doing. I went to school a lot more for drama because I just felt like there was a way that I could kind of dig into characters a little bit deeper than I was getting in musical theater.
So you never really gotten in like the improv scene, or
I did just a little bit of groundlings, but
Yes,
I never.
and.
Yeah, I yes and did for a little bit. And then I studied Meisner, which is kind of like, I don't know, everybody hears about the woo-woo of Meisner, but it's basically just like the foundation is listening. So it teaches you to be like a really good listener. So it's, in a way, it's like yes anding because you're like just building off of everything that the person is giving you and you're listening in the moment and taking off their behavior.
So is the comedy thing something that you just kind of been pushing away? Because you're kind of a naturally funny dude.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Which I'm assuming is why you've been falling into so many of these comedy roles.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like literally, I guess I watched so much comedy when I was a kid. Oh, sorry. I said literally. I guess it was that I watched so much comedy when I was a kid, like just because I didn't have many friends. So I would just say that and horror movies. Every Friday I would rent from Hollywood Video a horror movie and then Will and Grace. So it's just like the weirdest, my mom probably thought I was like the weirdest fucking kid. It's like VHS tapes of Will and Grace. And
I'm raising a gay
and The Ring.
murderer.
Basically, I was Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah. But yeah, so that was kind of my like childhood all wrapped up. And so I just would watch and I would just like copy. I have this, I don't know, I guess now they call it like actually it was like a diagnosis for it's like a disease. It was called echolalia, where you like start copying the way that people speak. And so I just started doing that. And I think
Who did you copy?
I would copy like Sean Hayes' character Jack. I'd be like, just Jack. And I was super into fucking him. And I always remember there was this, well, I'd rather be a fag than afraid. I remember that was like a line that he had that I was like, wow, that was like really deep at the time. Like it's very heavy-handed. But yeah, I would just copy, and then I would copy like straight guys too when they would talk as like a means of fitting in.
Right.
So I would like get really like I would watch like.
So you are doing straight acting.
I would guess I am. Yes, good callback. Yeah, but I would just kind of do that. I would watch a lot of that, and I just was like, I guess in a weird way, I was watching the way that comedy was going, and I was just like sort of copying it as like a means to try to like fit in any way that I could. And now I get paid to do it, which is dope.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have any other job like on the side, or did you?
No, well, I did. Yeah, I used to work at, when you said restaurant.
He was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I was on one episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., excuse me.
Yeah. So what was? I think the statistics are. I think it's 2% of SAG actors like. Main source of income is acting.
Wow, that's weird to be in that.
There's a lot of
2%.
Wow,
So
that's
are
a fucking
so
small
are you
percent.
in the 2%?
I am in that weird 2%,
Which is incredible.
Which is dope. I mean, yeah, I feel fucking like. I mean, it wasn't like that obviously up until maybe like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah. And you were working at the restaurant. You were waiting until
I
then, or?
yeah. I was working at Umami Burger, and then before that, I worked at Bubba Gum Shrimp Company, which
Where?
was
In like
one of
City
the
Walk,
worst. No, it was actually on the Santa Monica Pier.
Oh,
which
even
was
better.
like even worse because you had all these like sunburnt tourists who like just wanted a fucking shrimp sampler and tip
all
nothing.
tourists.
They were so fucking annoying. They didn't want to tip anything, and you'd have to watch the tables like a hawk to make sure they didn't walk out because if you had
What?
3 walkouts, yeah,
They're all
that's how cheap
tourists and they always
literally,
walk out,
dude.
really?
They were trying to pull anything.
How
So I
often
remember,
would Tom Hanks come in?
ooh, that would be fun if he did.
Celebrity Zone, go to that
The
one.
weirdest one, we had like the woman who got like recast like in the Cosby Show. That was like the most famous person we ever had come in, like the mom that got recast on the Cosby Show. I'm not even joking.
What if
Big
Tom
one.
Hanks came in and then skipped out on his bill?
They'd be like, "Well, I pretty much made this franchise happen, so
as long as he secures you, I was running.
You got to use one of those shrimp nets to catch them and make them pay.
How about you guys?
Yeah, so
Oh, and his order would be fucking 2 hours long.
Yeah, too.
What
Oh,
is
I
it?
like that you did a twang. on
Shrimp scampi.
Shrimp scam. Bubba gum shrimp. What did he say? Shrimp.
Bubba gum.
Cashew shrimp. Dream shrimp.
Yeah.
Bubba shrimp.
Hopefully that dude
Shrimp
never
on the
came
bobby.
in. This is a horrible
That's a
joke. I
strip.
regret doing this.
trip on the bobby.
Shrimp on the bobby. Yeah.
We have listeners in Australia now.
Hello.
Yeah, they're
How are you
really good
going?
with the pie.
How are you going?
And it's a,
That's
give me
good.
my knife so I can cut my pie.
Give me my knife so I can cut my pie.
We're not making fun of you guys. Keep listening,
No, we
please.
love it. We reckon
I
you're
love
really
I'm
Australia.
going
making
to
fun
like
of
this.
you. Fuck Australia, bro.
You've never been to
no.
Australia. Australia's awesome. Scuba.
You
They got
got that
scuba,
building
man.
that's like a bunch of shark fins. Fuck
Yeah.
that
The
building.
opera
opera.
house.
Yeah, opera sucks, dog.
Okay,
It's a bunch
Freddie.
of Bruce.
Okay,
Bruce
Freddie.
fins.
So what are you working on right now?
Actually, I'm working on a show with an Australian guy. Yeah, it's a really funny segue, but yes.
Yeah, great,
Yeah,
perfect.
so this was perfect.
He's not
name's,
going to listen. It's fine.
Yeah, his name's Bruce. He was in Finding Nemo. No, his name is Josh
Wait, he
Thomas.
was Bruce in Finding Nemo.
He was. Yes.
Excellent.
Wait, who's Bruce and
The
One
shark.
of the
The
sharks,
shark.
yeah.
Yeah.
The one that didn't
fish
wanna
are all
eat the
friends,
fish?
not
Yeah.
food.
Friends of
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So what are you working on?
Yeah, so it's this show called Everything's Gonna Be Okay, and it was created by a guy named Josh Thomas, who's Australian. So he was a big comic there, and then he did a show called Please Like Me for 4 years, which is now on Hulu. And yeah,
Wait. Did he do the show for 4 years, or is the show called Please Like Me for
4
years? And then we're done.
No, it's both.
It's a dark
both.
comedy. In the first episode, he creates a plan and signs the pledge that he's going to kill himself in 4 years. So he's trying to make as many friends as possible.
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
You should pitch this to him. He would
Oh,
like
I
that.
already have
I already
8
have.
pages written.
You should see the notebook that he has too. It's like this striped, like pink and
He
purple.
picked that one.
Yeah,
it's
I
really
know.
that one
beautiful.
out.
This is his pitch notebook. It's like, you know.
Well, I got bits in
12-year-old
here.
girl.
You can see he's working on decorating his
He
space.
does have bits. There's a bit. It says bits really big on the top of that page.
We'll get into the
This
bits.
one.
We'll get into the
that.
bits in a bit.
So tell us a
yeah.
little bit about the story.
Yeah, so it's called Everything's Gonna Be Okay, and it's about a family whose dad passes away from cancer, and then Josh, who created the show, he plays a guy named Nicholas.
That's
and,
you?
No, this is my.
No,
So I
yes.
come in a second, but
Okay.
he basically like steps up to the plate and helps. He raises 2 sisters, and one of them has autism, and then one of them's going through puberty, and so it's all this hot mess of a thing.
Oh,
and
I
then
thought you said
come in.
racist 2 sisters.
Oh wow,
Not raises
that would
too.
be
Yeah, you're
yes, that
throwing
would add a whole other
twists.
element too. That would be really interesting. Yeah, and he's black. Yeah, no. And so so basically, he raises his 2 sisters, and then I kind of come into the picture because like
Yeah.
we've been on a couple dates, and then I like am basically just in the frenzy of all of it, and it's a comedy. People hear it and they're like, oh my god, this is very dark, but it's a dramedy, so it's got a lot of comedic elements. It's kind of like Little Miss Sunshine. I tell people.
I love that.
I
You guys
love
ever seen that?
that.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of like this sort of like dysfunctional new normal.
Yeah.
And and God, the cast, they just like the girl who plays his sister has autism. Her name's Kayla, and she has autism in real life, so she's really like just taught me so much about, I think, her specific.
Yeah.
Is she high functioning?
She's
or-
very high functioning.
Okay.
She,
Cool.
she was diagnosed. I think. Oh, I don't know if she was officially diagnosed with Asperger's, but from a young age, she already kind of like had known. And so, as she said, the earlier that you're diagnosed, actually, the better it is, because then you can kind of start learning a little bit more of like social cues and how to sort of
some
maintain
tricks of
social
the trade, if you
Yeah,
will.
it's like this is what this.
The
and
trade
so,
being autism.
yeah, yes. So yeah, it's been cool. It's been
Cool. Yeah, you were telling me a pretty funny story about coming in like your first day of working on that.
Yes, it was actually really funny. Like we, so there's a lot of good, nice, sexy time scenes between
Ooh,
Nicholas and
yeah.
I. My character's name is Alex, so between Nicholas and Alex, and so
You guys show full penetration, I assume.
that would
right?
be nice. We're on Freeform, so
No.
no. But if you watch this show called Euphoria, you can get a lot of that good shit in there on HBO. I'm not full frontal in that, but I probably would for that show.
Yeah. The
It's
dollar
HBO.
amounts, right? Yeah,
the
HBO,
dollar
man.
amounts,
That's
right?
it.
It's
They
like
show-
classy.
They blacklist you for there.
They're showing
full-on penis.
penetration.
No,
I don't know if they show
no.
full penetration, but they show
Certain
They show-
movies, maybe.
They show
nymphomaniac.
Nymphomania.
Yeah,
they show
Shia.
penis coming toward its prey,
Yeah.
and then pan away, and then go open.
Not just penis.
Open it to a wide shot, and they're pretending.
Not just penis,
Wow.
hard
Is this you
penis.
telling me, or is this asking? This is I wasn't sure, but they are having they're thrusting and fully naked and
Simulated sex, I think is the right term for it.
The thing is,
Simulated sex.
Bill's looking for more,
wants
better
graphic
acting and story to jerk off to. He
There we
can't
go.
just jerk off to
Okay.
porn.
I'm so sick of
I'm right
that
there
all.
with you.
Hey, I heard your pipes were broke.
It's a great porn. You should put
Here's
that in
your
bits
pizza.
notes.
I'm writing your checks your pipes a check because they're broke.
It's actually so adorable. I feel like I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, I'll fuck that dude. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, he tried.
Let's just go back to the story.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the
You
story.
order the pizza with extra sausage. Why is there a hole in the center of the box?
Oh my god.
No reason.
Ooh.
It's
Why don't you invite me in? Why the
bother
fuck
to.
You
would
have
I
a
invite
story
you
for
in?
that too?
Sorry,
You just like split up like, oh, I got a story for that.
It's just a
Yeah.
funny story of Chris Pratt, like one time, like opening like Amy Poehler, they were like doing a scene, and like Chris Pratt would just like do crazy antics, like, and nobody would know that he would do it. So she opened the door and he was completely naked, I think with like a thing of flowers in front of his dick, and it was just like, it could have like today probably been like sexual harassment,
yeah,
like Me Too
definitely.
or whatever, but like yeah, but at the time it was like they were just showing bloopers and it was really funny.
Yeah, well, we all know how that shit went over at UCB, so.
So let's get back to the story again. When you started out on set, your first day.
Yes, so I started out on set the first day. It was really funny because I don't think we were meant to do all of the sex scenes like right away.
Yeah.
But then I was glad that I had sort of prepared mentally and physically. I went to the gym quite a bit before this.
Okay.
Changed my whole workout regimen, changed my whole food regimen when I found out I was doing
properly
really shirtless scenes.
groomed, you
Properly
know.
groomed. You know, actually, I have like a, no. But actually, there's no full frontal thing, so it doesn't fucking
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
anyway. So I'm okay. But Josh was very
Continue
big
that
about.
sentence.
Well, you know, I have a thing where I'm like, stick it to the man when it comes to body hair, because like I had this dude once who like dismissed me from a sexual encounter because I was like, he said I like had too much hair.
Really?
And I was like, fuck you, yeah. And I saw him at the gym the other day. And it was like a real full circle moment because I was like, "Fuck you,
Did you
I'm
just
hairy as
pull-
fuck."
pull your
and
fucking pants down,
I
dude?
pulled my fucking and I pulled my dick out, and I said, "Fuck the flowers." I just showed him my dick.
Hey, man, and you're like,
You.
do you want to suck this? And he's like, yes.
He's like, I actually do.
You get nothing. You get nothing.
So you,
You drank the fizzy lifting drink.
we're getting way off track here.
I love it though.
I do love fizzy
Yes.
lifting drinks.
I want to hear the rest of the story.
But yeah,
So you were about to have a sexual encounter with him, and he left because you were too hairy?
He was like, take your clothes off. Took my clothes off, and then this dude was like, oh no, and then was like, can you go?
What
and
an
I was like,
asshole.
he was such a dick. And then I saw him at fucking like at the workout class. I ran into him. I was like, oh god, I got it. And he was
What
like,
was the class?
it was called Barry's Boot Camp. Yeah.
Okay.
I won't even go down the road. But you know, and then he kept trying to have a conversation. I'm like, bro, do you remember how much of a douche you were? Why do I want to fucking talk to you right now? I was like,
were you guys like making out and shit? So we got you going and everything, and then
just to like drop trouser, and he was like, no.
That is so fucked up.
It was
that is so
dude,
insensitive.
That's why I'm like, fuck
that
people
could like
and their
give
stupid.
you like,
dude, are you kidding me? I
mental
was
fucking
fucked for like,
problems.
I didn't want to have sex with anybody for like a week. Or I didn't, not a week, but like months after that, because I just thought nobody wanted to have sex with me.
Can we
So
all
it
be
was
kinder
really,
to our partners out there?
Thank you. And like
Be kind to
potential
your
partners.
lovers. Their hair is their own fucking business.
Yeah. So,
well, I think
anyways,
it's just, I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
It was
let's
crazy.
get back
but
to the set
So,
story.
anyways, I'm getting ready for this fucking role, and then they're like, okay, so we're actually gonna do your sex scene like first up.
You
first
haven't even
scene
met
of the
the guy yet.
like I met him, but it was so funny because in the pilot it was really funny because that one we didn't were making out, and so I just like kind of met the guy, and we'd obviously like done chemistry reads and stuff together just to kind of like see if we were fit. But then when we got on set, like the first day, it was like, okay, so you're just gonna go straight into it. You guys just gonna fucking make out, and I don't even know. And he's so sweet. I used to watch him on his show called the Please Like Me show, and I was like, okay, I'm about to make out with this dude. So we just got
I have
right
a
into
question.
it, broke all of the barriers.
Could he get it in
Could he
real
get
life?
it?
Could he get it?
Could he get?
Could he get
In
you?
real life?
Yeah.
could
Ooh,
he-
yeah. He's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
charming. He's very charming. He's a charming guy.
Is he gay
He
in
is.
real
He's
life?
gay in
Okay,
real life,
okay.
and it's actually funny because he's talked about it. Because he was like, all of my boyfriends in the past show were all straight, so it's the first time actually having like a gay boyfriend who's gay
Right.
in real life, like too, like on
Right.
the show. So yeah, I mean, he's so funny. He's just very witty and smart, and like has a way of tackling really fucking intense issues, but like making you laugh where you're like,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be laughing right now at this funeral, but like I'm fucking, it's hysterical. Like,
But I'm fucking.
Was he?
but I'm fucking. I
shouldn't
at
be
this
laughing
funeral.
at this
So did
funeral,
you-
but
but
I
I'm
am
fucking.
fucking.
But he does fuck, yeah.
Did you guys have the
Fun
conversation?
funeral
It was
home.
like, so you top or bottom?
Yes,
How
we
you
did.
gonna
It
do-
was so funny. We like got into the first sex scene, and it was like, so how are we meant to? And he has this like funny weird accent. He's like, are you meant to be top or bottom, or like how do you? And it's sort of, and I was like, well, I guess I'm kind of like verse. And so like we just talked to the director. He's so awesome. His name's Silas, and he's queer as well, and so it was just kind of like we got to cut through all the bullshit, which was kind of nice. We didn't have to be like, so this is how like gay sex works. Like he's like, okay, so like who's verse here? And so we basically kind of made a thing where like who's talking about it. Yeah, so it was like it was cool because we could just be like, okay, like I think in real life we're pretty versatile, so we just kind of like incorporated that into the show. So like there's different times where like he'll top me or I'll top him, and
You
we're all, like,
guys,
the family.
could just 69 on your side.
It's also God, but you know what? It's so funny. There's all these like freeform like standards and practices. So it's like if you have like a leg in, then like you can't be making a humping motion because then it looks like you're having sex. But like if the
Right.
leg's out, then you can like hump because then it's like you guys are just kissing with motion.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like you're doing push-ups on each other.
That's exactly.
This is just how I work
Dually a
out.
workout. Yeah, this is really nice. So yeah,
It's so funny that you guys talked about that because like you would think that though that part of your personality would already be written into the script.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool. Josh does this thing where he like incorporates our real life elements into the show at times. Like he found out like I could play guitar and piano at one point. He was gonna have like a scene where I
that's
play a
great.
song and sing and stuff. Yeah.
And then he heard you play guitar, and he's
was like, no, cut it out, got it, cut it.
This
It was
isn't gonna
actually
work.
because he's friends with this musician, and they gave him the rights.
Twinkle,
Twing, 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 twing.
Emphasis on the
Great show.
Emphasis on that.
We're gonna
Great
love
job,
it.
bud. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
But it was-
we don't have the time.
Did you have a dad walk in on you in real life?
Oh my God! Oh, that's right, because there is a in real life. Oh well, one time my mom did walk in on me jacking off, but it was like in a weird way. Like I would like rub my dick against the carpet. because I didn't know how to jack off as like a kid. So I would like rub my, and so like I was just like my pants just like humping the like shag rug, and my mom's like, oh, and I was like, oh, and God, I don't know why I fucking said that.
Wait, did that bring out like a conversation? Like, I need to have a talk with
She
you.
like would leave DVDs and like VHSs around with like gay content in them. I think
Oh,
it's
really?
a way to like be like, I understand you.
She knew right away and was like, here you
She'd
go.
be like, here, and she'd be like, wow, that movie was really. Did you ever see that movie with Kevin Bacon where he, is naked in Hollow Man? And I'd be like, oh my God, Mom, did you? And I started catching on.
Yeah.
And I don't.
No,
We never had those
She's-
conversations.
In her head, she's just like, Kevin Bacon could get it.
She's like, I was just bringing it up as a topic of conversation.
Yeah. So what's the name of this movie and when does it come out? Where can people
the
find it?
show?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it's
the
called
show.
Everything's
Show.
Gonna Be Okay. And
Everything's Gonna Be Okay.
Yes, and hopefully it should be coming out sometime within the next year. Because I've got to edit everything and stuff. And I just wrapped yesterday.
Are you in the whole like all the episodes?
Yeah,
pretty much?
yeah.
Oh, great.
And this is a
That's
show
cool.
about gay characters. Where is it located? Like within the show?
Oh, okay. How
Like Midwest or something?
Oh,
or?
it's set in. I guess it's supposed to be set in Agora Hills,
Oh, okay.
like here in
Oh,
Los
okay.
Yeah.
Angeles.
Here.
Yeah, which is sweet. And so we went out there to go travel, which was like, oh, what is something funny, Belle?
Something is funny. All right, so I'm so sorry.
No.
So Tyler Posey just calls me.
Okay.
But I send it to voicemail and I text him like, oh, we're recording. What's up? And he goes, "Did you eat my candy?" Ha ha ha. I was like,
Did you eat his candy?
no.
Okay.
I'm like very good with not eating other
Dude,
people's stuff.
That's sweet.
You don't touch Posey's candy.
I don't.
Oh my God.
What's his candy of
good.
choice?
Dude,
Is
I
it
was
gummy
saving
candy?
that candy. You touched my fucking candy.
Touch the candy. What kind of candy was it?
Was it weed candy or
No,
just
it was
regular
probably
candy?
like
Gummy.
buttermilk, like fucking taffy or something. Yeah, my butterscotch.
My Werther's Originals.
I like buttermilk better. Yeah. My Werther's Originals.
No, he gets these munch boxes that are.
He still gets them.
So it's like
it's-
gifts.
Oh, candy from all over the
They're
world.
No,
candy-
he
they're
used to-
snacks from all over the world.
It's from like Teen Wolf fans or something. Or
No,
it's
it's
just like
just-
he
it's like a
buys them
thing
as
you-
No, yeah, he used to get the cooking packages, and he was like pumped of it. And he's like, "Yeah, I can cook now," because he would get the thing. I think he canceled it for a while because he got lazy with it. But
I don't want to cook this shit anymore. Yeah.
Aren't those boxes idiot proof?
no, he was good at cooking them. It just takes work because you have to cook them.
I was gonna say
he
to
gives you all
actually-
the ingredients. They are
to
idiot
actually the
proof.
patience.
Yeah, he was like, I can cook some amazing shits because it's idiot proof.
It's literally all
Not
the
to
jerks. You
say
just
that he's
put
an
them in the
idiot,
microwave.
but yeah. But anyways, what network is this show on?
It's gonna be on Freeform. It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
on
on Freeform. Yes, and it's gonna be fun.
Used to be ABC Family.
Yes, used to be
in case-
ABC Family.
Right,
People
right.
don't
Thank
know.
you.
We've had that conversation on here before.
Have you
I don't know what
really?
I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know what the
The context of it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Freeform. Okay.
Yeah, it used to be ABC Family, whatever. I don't know what dial that is on your channels, but yep. You can also
But
watch it on
tuned
Hulu.
to
It'll
it.
be there. But it'll be on Hulu like every day after
Yeah.
I
the
think
bars will
back
be on
home,
Hulu.
that was channel 26. Maybe 30.
Channel
I don't
26.
think I've been back home for a very
It was
long
the channel
time.
after Nickelodeon. I remember that.
Ah, wow. Ours was, I think it was 11.
I haven't had
Yeah,
cable in
San
like
Diego.
10
Me
years.
neither. Yeah. Hulu. So it'll be on Hulu. Guys.
All right,
Okay.
so
Check it out on Hulu. Who the fuck has
yeah,
cable?
It's only I'll give you guys my login if you want it. I swear to God, just watch the fucking show.
watch the show.
Just watch.
Watch the
I swear to God, I'll give you my login.
all the ratings is just gonna be Adam Faison.
Yes, just DM me on Instagram at Adam
He
Adam
is obsessed
Faison.
with this show.
Just fucking.
He's
Just,
seen
I'll
it
give you my login.
300
Send Adam
times.
Faison your dick pics. He'll accept them.
Somebody just said that to the other day. They were like, "Do you realize how many dick pics you're gonna be sent after this show?" And I was like, "Oh, whoa, what?"
Was that,
I
that's
was like,
not
"Is
what
it
I
a
was
thing?"
going
I was
for.
like, not really my aim, but okay. I mean, like
Yeah.
honored. Yeah.
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 All right. I wanted to start let's get to some the movies and TV shows and stuff. We keep derailing. We're never gonna get to our
to the
movie
movies
stuff.
and TV
Yeah. You guys want to talk
shows.
about some movies?
Nah.
All right. So
I'm
a
good.
couple teasers came out within the past couple weeks.
Just a couple tickles.
There's a couple tickles. We'll start. We usually hit on a Disney stuff because Disney's been pretty strong. So
Mulan.
we'll keep our trend going by mentioning the Disney stuff. A Mulan teaser came out within the past couple weeks, and it's all right. You guys can all calm down. Mulan is Asian. In this show.
Just like a Will Smith was blue. We know she is. Yes, she is Asian.
Yeah, she is an Asian actress.
Don't freak out. Yeah.
Don't freak
Cast,
out.
Scarlett Johansson.
No, it's not Melissa McCarthy.
Oh God.
So rest assured, she is actually Asian.
I would watch Melissa McCarthy. I'd watch the fuck out of that movie.
Completely.
Let's get
best
down to
casting.
business. I can imagine
It's like
her
trying to go up that fucking pole.
Yeah,
that,
I can
like,
imagine her
wooden
doing-
thing.
jumping off the pole doing back
Oh my
handsprings.
God, it would be so good. The physical comedy potential
kinda
in that
wanna
is just amazing.
I want to see that more than I want to see
Yeah.
this now.
They would need thicker wires for those flying scenes.
Yeah, so
Although she has lost a considerable amount, she looks
Oh,
great.
yeah, she's looking a lot better
she's
now.
like killing it.
Yeah.
She's like, I got my thing.
Well, now how she's gonna play Ursula?
yeah, well that's
that's the
why
rumor, right?
that's why I mentioned this because
Well, yeah, because they have to. That's our thing. Like,
Yeah.
if they hired a thin woman to play Ursula, fucking fat people all over the
no,
world.
no,
would be going
okay,
nuts.
that was
No
the thing.
way.
No, the
Yes.
black community got up and roar about it because Ursula. They're like, that's
they want
clearly
Lizzo,
no.
right?
They're like, that's clearly a black woman.
It looks
It's
exactly like
they
my
have
family.
okay, I'm just gonna point out it's not a black woman. It's a purple octopus.
Yeah.
She is purple. She is
Can we
purple.
all agree that everything under the ocean is fish territory?
It's fish.
It doesn't matter what
mean,
color Ariel is.
no,
she's a fish.
Let's
It's a
be real.
fish.
Let's be real. For Ursula, they should have hired a black woman from the DMV in Atlanta, Georgia, to play Ursula.
That would have been. I would. Oh my God.
That's perfect casting.
That
Number
is so fun.
36.
Yes.
Sir, that is not my job.
My job is to steal voices.
Now give me that voice.
So,
Now get back
Still
in
have 3
line,
minutes
bitch.
on my break, sir.
I have
Moving
not called
on.
your number.
the Mulan teaser just came out. That movie is set to release for March 27th, 2020. So we have almost a full year.
Oh my
before, so that-
God. You know, I'm
So
kind
it's
of
not the
excited.
full trailer. It's just a little
little
juice.
teaser. Oh,
a little
I'm so
juice.
excited.
I'm
yeah.
gonna be too busy with
Little
Animal
Ursula
Crossing.
pussy juice for you.
A little. Yeah.
Ew. That's good. I think it's ink.
Pussy Ink. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Another
That
movie.
ain't got a good stank, if you know what I mean.
I'm writing the new Shades of Grey with pussy ink.
Ew. Another movie I just saw the trailer for, which I actually had no clue was even in production or doing, is Jumanji 3.
My friend Maddie is in that. My
Your
friend Madison.
friend's in
Yeah,
it?
one of my best friends, Maddie's in.
Was she in the second
She
one?
was in all of that. She's in all of them. She's the girl who turns into Jack Black. Yes, the blonde girl. Yeah,
Like,
so
wait,
she just.
Smoke show, dude.
She's beautiful.
Valley
I love
girl?
her.
The Valley
yes,
girl?
Yeah. But she's actually really smart in real life. She's really quite
she's not as
intelligent.
ditzy as that.
Emotionally, she gives me the
so
best
is Jack
advice.
Black.
She have the
Jack
vocal
Black's very
fry?
smart.
So is
Does
Jack.
she have the vocal fry in real life?
She doesn't. No, she's
Okay.
actually
Good,
talks.
yeah.
I think it's just she's really good
She's
at getting
from
into a
Kentucky.
character. That would be really funny. Yeah, she is from the South, but so basically she wrapped that recently, and God, they have the coolest. I mean, she has the coolest job. She goes from just like tentpole film to tentpole film. She just did Annabelle. She was
Oh,
the
shit.
babysitter in Annabelle.
Oh, no.
She
the
did
new one?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. And God, it's
Did
amazing.
you work
By
on
the way, if you guys
Annabelle?
didn't
No,
see it.
Jackie did.
Oh,
Teresa
really?
prop mastered
But
that.
first
Yeah.
off, to take it back to my recurring bit for this episode,
Yes.
your friend Madison could get it.
She could get. She gets
She
it.
could get it all day.
She, oh my God, her and her
It's just a
boyfriend are the
recurring
hottest fucking couple. I'm not even
That's
joking.
my third. Could they get it?
Yeah, she could
Was the
get
first-
it. She does
is that
get
gonna
it.
be a? That should be a new bit. Like we just name a random actor
Who could get it?
Could they get it? Yes.
Yeah,
yes, they could get it.
Okay.
But
They
Jumanji 3, it kind of, I saw the trailer.
Jumanji 2 surprised the fuck out of me.
It was good. I liked it.
It was.
Well, you might like Jumanji 3 because it looks like the same fucking movie. Just throwing that in there. Okay, they changed the settings a little bit, but it's the same fucking movie.
I was gonna say it's
they
probably
changed the
pretty much
characters a little bit. Like they throw in like an old couple that accidentally
That's
gets
right,
warped
Danny
into the movie.
DeVito and,
yeah.
right,
All
yeah.
right, Danny DeVito can make any movie
Wait.
better. I'll give him
my
that.
God.
I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
So the one with The Rock is a sequel to the Robin Williams one?
Yeah.
Technically, yes. It's supposed to be like years
How does it
later.
go from board game to video game?
They make a reoccursion of the board game, just like they do now. with
It's-
everything.
No.
Bill, it's magic.
It's fucking movie magic.
The game evolves with time.
It evolves with
The
time.
game evolves
So,
with time.
the game actually morphed
Yeah,
into
yeah.
a video game?
I mean, Nick's pulling that out of his ass, but it sounds legit.
But have you seen?
like, let me look at
have you
that
seen
bitch.
Jumanji 2, Bill?
I didn't see the beginning. I saw most of it.
Just walking lane.
It's different in the form because like the first one's very much set up like a board game, but this one is like very because you have that dude that's just like, "Hey, welcome to Jumanji. It's on you to fix the
To
thing,"
fucking
and then
fix
it's like on a loop where it's like, "Ah, welcome to Jumanji."
Welcome to Jumanji.
Yeah,
But,
That was
do
great
they
acting on your
explain
part.
that it was that same board game that grew up into a video game?
It's the opening scene. Cue.
yeah. You play the
It's the opening
Yeah, there
scene
you
we're
go.
queuing up
Play
here.
it.
If you guys
Yeah,
can
yeah,
watch it.
go
It's the
for it.
opening
Yeah,
scene
why
on
not?
YouTube.
Jumanji, it's
welcome to
behind
Jumanji.
times. Isn't it like an NES game in 2018?
Like, does someone go, board games? Haha, we don't do that anymore. I'm playing my Xbox. And the Jumanji game hears it and goes, oh, I could be an Xbox?
I
Yeah,
like
that's
to
what it
imagine
says.
some asshole played the game
yeah, there you go.
and made it
Yeah.
out.
There's
All
the-
his
there's the
friends
game.
died, and
That's
he's like,
beautiful.
I'm gonna fuck with people. I'm gonna code this shit.
You should sing his finger movements right now. It's really fun.
old house. Like in the board game.
The original Jumanji took place in New Hampshire, so shout
really?
out. Yeah, that's
There we
where
go.
that's
Shout
where we're
out to
from.
Dover.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
New Hampshire. Yep.
What?
I found something. You gotta check this out.
I found this board game.
I found it.
I forgot that this was an opening scene.
Board game?
Beautiful.
Plays board game.
He's got great arms.
Who plays board games?
It's been working out.
Yeah, look at that
Metallica.
beautiful like
There we
90s.
go. Eddie Furlong.
Yeah, the
style.
parting
Wait,
hair.
is that supposed to
Terminator.
be the pilot kid that gets sucked in? That later?
Oh yeah, I think it is actually.
No?
Yeah, so
saying no.
what it looks like is the board game is watching the video game and it's
Mimicking
like,
the way
yeah,
that-
I need
wow.
to be this.
Wow.
This is the modern
This is like
board
Us.
game.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like the movie Us.
Yeah, it kind of like blends in.
Let me watch them for a while.
And now he wakes up and
The boys.
Is it
waking
just
up
a magic video
after his
game?
sister
yeah,
died.
yeah,
It's
it
like
just
a game.
it just
Hey.
created
Cool. I guess I'll pop this into the old
Yeah, what is this? The NES? Throw this in.
Oh, it's not a board game anymore.
Whoa! Welcome to Jumanji. And there's a video game inside of the board game. Is that what it is?
Oh, I didn't see this earlier.
Yeah, it just created. Yep, that's it. That's it. So there you go.
There it is.
There it is. That's
Boom.
how the Jumanji
Explains.
video game was. Yeah, it's explained to you
That's
within
stupid.
with
That's
less
really
than 60.
good.
That's stupid. Less than 60 seconds.
Ancient voodoo magic
I know
or
it.
whatever just becomes a
That's
programmer
ancient
overnight.
African magic.
I'm calling the
African
cops.
voodoo.
Yeah, so
The science cops.
you can look forward to Jumanji 3. That's going to be coming out December 13th, 2019. So that
don't
one's
have
coming
to
a
look
little
forward
thing. Freddie, I kind of want you to talk about our next show, just because you kind of have busted out the entire series within the past week, which is a new one that just came out and released. A big thing, Stranger Things. So let's give the Freddie. This is the Freddie review corner. So
Yes.
just because he watched the whole series front to
Wow.
back.
Wow.
Well, except for the he fell off at the end.
Okay,
but-
don't.
Oh yeah, okay. Go ahead, Freddie. We'll leave it to
Have
you.
you guys seen this new show
I watched the
called
first
Stranger Things?
Well, it's not a new show. It's been out for 3 years, but go on.
He's
more
making a
than that.
joke.
It's been out for 4 days for me.
Yeah, 4 days.
Yeah, to July 4th.
He
I
locked
am-
himself in his room.
I am halfway through the 3rd season, and let me tell you, 3rd season is shit, bro.
Don't no. I don't want to.
I wouldn't say
I
shit.
haven't watched it yet.
It's garbage.
We won't
We
blow
were
it.
thinking that about. I've thought that when you said Jumanji, it's hard to recreate something the same way, like or try something new. You know, it's like
Just
it
like-
just feels like the same thing
Yeah.
kind of every
It's like-
season. It's like
Yeah.
Or you
You
know,
know.
what,
Like-
they don't do that in this, but I hate when shows
different,
rely on like nostalgia to like put through the new season or
Yeah.
whatever. Hey, remember when we did that in the
Yeah,
first?
it's like,
No,
we
which was
know.
the
Let's move.
nostalgia.
Go fuck yourself.
The
Suck a
nostalgia
dick.
was great in the first season because it's all fresh. It has like
No,
that
I mean, when
Goonies
they're
feel.
calling-
He means like
when they-
calling back to like
Yeah.
previous
Yeah.
seasons,
Like
and
the
stuff.
last movie or
Yeah, it's
the
like
last
okay, we
season.
got it. You did that. Yeah,
I don't know. I thought it was entertaining. You check it out. If you're gonna fall off of, obviously they're gonna have a season 4. They set up for season 4. It's probably not gonna be as good. This is a show that's clearly gonna start
Also,
losing
I was
people.
gonna say it's like the shoot time takes so long for them to make it. So then by the time we see it, they're like 40 or something. You know, they're gonna be like
Oh, yeah,
these
the-
old people, and it's gonna be like I think it might lose some of its charm. You know,
The kids are starting to look awkward as shit.
yeah, it's kind of that weird phase where
What
like
is up
you're
with-
like, are they good actors? Or
What is
it
it with
just,
child
charm?
actors and not aging well whatso fucking ever?
I just worked with one of those kids.
Did
No,
you?
The kid
Oh,
who
that's-
plays Will,
Really?
Yeah.
On what?
Liza on Demand.
Oh yeah.
Great. They're all in Atlanta,
Yes.
so it's cool to make it out. So do we have a? Do you have a fail story you want to share?
Oh yeah. Okay. So back in my production assistant days, working on the show Top Chef.
So just
I
you
did.
worked as a PA.
I did.
before
I
you
kind
got
of like
solid
ran the
in
gamut of all these different. I did like internships, and then after school, I worked as a PA on Top Chef, and then just like a bunch of different commercials and stuff. But yeah, and like music videos, which were just a hot mess. But yeah, perspective, and it also is very like you look back and you're like, I have so much more of an appreciation now that I think I would have if I hadn't. But yeah, so there I was working in San Diego down on the 13th season of Top Chef, and we were basically designated all these different tasks, and I think it was the transpo people. They were like, "Can you drive a cube truck on stick?" And I was like,
All of our fail stories as PAs end with cube
Into a
trucks. Like, whenever you put a PA
Just
in
never-
a cube truck,
"Don't,
it ends
don't
in
do it.
disaster.
Just please do not," because oh my god.
Wait,
so
did you say it was a stick?
it was like a stick shift.
What?
Fucking,
What
I'm not
year
even
was
joking.
this?
I don't. It was. It was.
Back to Jumanji.
4 years ago.
What year is it?
What is this?
I
Is
just
it
got
about
back
ants?
from Vietnam and my first job was PAing
Oh my god! It
on
was
a
just,
music video
God,
for Motley Crue.
Was it stick, or was it just literally like so foreign to me because it was a cube truck?
Maybe.
It has like different shifts,
Yeah,
right? Or, like
it's
gear
just
shifts or something?
different. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, so I get in this fucking thing, and literally I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, and I thought I could like wing it, and yeah, basically I like just knocked
could
over.
wing it.
I'm not gonna say what I like knocked over and shit was I was like driving down this one street, but I
Was it
literally
an old woman?
no, oh god, yeah. Adam Faison, one of her manslaughter for 4 years for confessing on a podcast. Yeah, no, yeah, it just was a hot fucking mess, and like similar, like you guys said, I didn't shut the thing down all the way. The gate thing, and so shit like culinary shit just started fucking falling out, like random pots and pans and fucking things.
I mean, I wake up every morning and I take a culinary shit. It just falls right out.
It's culinary. It's that fucking good. Yeah, no. So yeah. So that was my like fucking epic fail, and like, God, I literally was failed miserably on that show. I really did learn a lot though, because I still don't really know exactly how to drive a cube truck.
Were you fired for this?
But I was not fired because no one found out. I
See,
just
that's
like
what also was
put
it.
all this shit
These have
back
a
in.
trend. These stories have a trend. This
But
also
now they're
this reminds me of what just happened last week, where Bill's gonna say it wasn't his fault.
He's gonna be like, you know that show that we worked on?
No, that we're working on
movie that we
right
moved
fucking
on?
now.
Yeah.
With the auto in the attic.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mikey, here's the thing. If Bill got to set before you, you would have never known that shelf
No, that's
toppled
true.
over.
I'm always okay. Here's the thing. I always show up like an hour before I have to be there, just because I'm
He's
always
a good worker.
I don't know, not a good worker. Like I hate when people do. I never expect if I'm a department
Your team.
head, I'm gonna usually do that.
Yeah.
But I don't ever want anybody that's
Expect
working
anybody
under
else
me
to do
that. I want them to show up on the dot. That's it. Because
an hour more sleep in them.
I don't want them to. I just want to go there because if anything goes wrong, it's my
you're
ass
right.
on the line.
Yeah, you're like
so
in the department
I'm gonna
head.
go there. I'm gonna set up. I'm gonna get everything smoothed out. That way, when my dudes do show up, Bill being in particular,
Oh, shit,
if
that's
he's
good.
ready to just kind of come in and just be like, "Bam, we got it." But anyways, this story took place the night we were ending shooting. The next morning we were shooting on the same location, but we're shooting like a block away.
Yeah.
So we had to drive through like this weird cemetery through these dirt roads and like this back like kind of trailway and
By the witches' cauldrons and the
by the witches.
in the swamp.
It's a cemetery and mausoleum. We're shooting there for like 2 weeks, so it's like
I'm just
creepy.
picturing the old witch woman from the Blues Brothers, like driving to her house.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing as your shoot location.
Yeah,
right now.
essentially. So I was in the truck with Bill, so I won't put
Nobody
all the
remembers the Blues
yeah
Brothers?
I won't
Okay.
put all the blame with him because I was there with him. But he was
How much
driving.
for the girls?
He was driving a little hard.
I would definitely was not the person who strapped the top
He-
or any of the
There's
shots.
a-
I'm pretty
at
sure
that
no one
point-
was the person who strapped the
No, there was a strap. There was a strap. There was
just-
definitely a strap. We've changed the strapping technique since
Now
then.
there's two
There's
straps.
two straps. Oh God! There's not just one. Well, we had one strap that went on the top. So let me put in a picture for you. There's shelves that line the entire left side of our truck, and for props, there's like bins. So that we have a restaurant bin. We have like 3 coffee bins because people love coffee in movies. People are
they
always
do.
pouring coffees or always drinking coffee in movies. Pay attention to a movie. Everybody's always drinking coffee. We have all this type of bins. So there's like a whole.
Is that the coffee maker? What is that meant
Yeah,
to
it's
be?
a coffee maker. Yeah. So Bill gets in the truck at the end of like, all right, we need to move the trucks to the next location a block away. So we drive through and we have to drive to all these different locations because nobody knew what
People
the fuck
kept-
was going on.
People kept telling us, "Oh, you go here," and then like the next person, "No, you're in the wrong spot. You go here." We go
God.
there. Nothing is fucking there. So we turn around. So I did pull like 3 or 4
Uis.
Swift 180s.
Yeah, Yui's.
While we were trying to find out where the fuck we
Yeah.
go because we're wrapped. We're trying to
Speaking
go
of
home.
180s, have I got a story to tell you?
Hold on.
for
Before you
this
get
one.
to that, no, we have to finish this first.
This is the fail
It's a
story.
great, yeah.
Okay.
No. Well, he pulled that up. We parked the truck. Done. Go home for the night. Done. Come back the next morning. The transpo guy is sitting there, and transpo dude like opened up all the trucks and like set them up so we're ready to just go. And he just looks at us and he goes, "You guys aren't going to be very happy
Oh fuck.
with yourselves." Like, what the fuck?
What
Okay.
does
I was
that
like,
mean?
"Joke's on you. I haven't been happy with myself since 1985."
So we walk up behind the truck, and the whole top row of bins is just on the ground in piles. There's
Oh,
just props
my God.
everywhere. And
You guys couldn't even pull it off because like you couldn't even put
We
it back
couldn't-
in. It was
yeah.
like literally just.
We had to clean up all the stuff before we
God.
could even
Couldn't
pull
get
our
away with
carts out to like get to set to like
The
prop
stuff is
people
just-
up.
That's really quite funny.
And at first thing we're like jumping in trying to get things in before anybody else saw them inside the back of our truck.
So it's like binders and like suitcases,
Fabrics.
restaurant stuff like Chinese food containers, chopsticks.
So random
It's like a
ass
big
shit.
pile of random shit.
You guys are telling a 10-minute story right now about
All right,
bins
go ahead.
falling over.
What's your story you
Like,
got,
let's
man?
get that into perspective.
Ready, go.
Have
What
I
do you-
got a story to tell you?
Okay.
I mean, you guys stopped talking, so I can't interrupt and go off.
No,
something.
go.
I had a 180
story.
story.
Go. What's your story?
tell-
I want to hear your story.
Tell us.
Yeah, you've
tell
got,
us about
you've got
Freddie.
it. Yeah, tell
Freddie
us.
Foot Pro BMX 180s.
Wait, was that
I
your?
wanna
Is
see
that the
that.
It
story
was
you
gonna
got
be
to tell us?
skateboarding, but
Freddie Foot, pro Tony Hawk.
pro Tony Hawk,
Pro Tony
Freddie
Hawk.
Foot, pro Tony Hawk player.
Yeah.
Pro Rascal
I was a
Scooter.
major league gamer before it was cool.
All right, what's your story, Freddie?
So I was a major league gamer. before it was cool.
What's a major league gamer like
Explain.
in
I play
video
video
game?
games.
Okay.
for
Wait, what's the word for that? There's a word for
This was 96.
Video game player.
You know, when I was 6 years old.
right.
And by major league, we were professional. We got paid out at the tournaments.
For winning, or like if you lost,
Yes.
you got paid.
Don't
too?
ask me how much it was.
How much was it?
Technically, I was still a professional. It was $20 gift card to GameStop, which did
That's
not
the
exist.
pro,
It was
pro.
EB Games.
Yeah, pro.
Okay. EB Games.
What? So you're at a tournament, or what's?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm at a tournament.
What does
where-
these tournaments look like? Like, is this like a stadium, or like just like a warehouse with just a bunch of computers set up, or?
Oh, it's epic. It's fucking.
You didn't
It
answer
didn't
my
really-
question.
Okay, that wasn't very.
Wait, what was the question?
Was it like in an arena, or was it like a warehouse just with a bunch of
What's the
computers set up on
setup?
tables?
It was
Yeah,
a
what was
game
the setup?
store.
It was like a GameStop
Yeah.
with a table set up with. So how many
Yeah.
people are we talking?
Yeah.
We're talking like
Set the mood.
tens.
Tens.
Probably about 10 people. Yeah.
Tens of tens.
Tens and tens.
Maybe 8. Maybe 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 was pushing it.
We're all competing.
Okay.
Yeah.
One dude's like 37.
Oh.
Another dude like 12. I'm 6 years old.
You were 6 at this
Wow.
point.
It
You
was
remember
96.
this that well, huh?
It was 96. It was the Lion King game on the Sega.
Damn.
love
Where you
Lion
had to
King.
jump from the emu's heads. You had to like make those jumps.
Oh.
That was the competition.
Yeah.
Wow.
And competition was fierce, let me tell you.
I imagine.
There was
37-year-old.
$20 on the line.
$20 gift certificate
Yeah,
to
man, you
GameStop.
just start
Yes.
fucking thrashing.
EB Games.
GameStop didn't even exist yet.
It's EB Games, right?
Yeah, it was EB Games. So what else happened?
What
So,
game? What
is this a
game?
fail story? Wait, is this
no,
fail
no,
story?
it's not a fail story.
Oh, no,
Happened.
no, this is real.
happened. So
I love it.
what
Yes,
game?
and. Yes, and.
What type of game are you playing? Was this
I
like?
just said it's the Lion King game.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Sorry.
Emu's heads.
So
Jumping on
some-
Emo's heads.
So you're jumping on the emu's heads.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Are you winning or losing at this point?
Let's just skip the bullshit, okay?
Okay.
Final round.
Final round.
Final
Me
round.
and-
So
me and
Were you
Da-
winning or
it went
losing
from
at the
it
final?
went from 8 people to what for the final round?
Me and
One person.
The 37-year-old.
Dave Danger.
Blanchard. Our guest that's going to be on
Gypsy
next
Rose
week.
Blanchard. Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Durango.
Salem's show. The
Dave
act.
Danger Durango.
Durango.
The 37-year-old prodigy.
I love that.
It was an intense game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came down to the final emu.
Oh.
And what was this? Did this emu like do something crazy that
No,
threw you
I
for
had
a loophole?
I
or-
actually had a lot of anger as a child,
yeah.
and I lost.
So you
Do you wanna
kicked
talk
the
about
emu
that?
in the head
And I ended up smashing the controller into the TV.
because second place wasn't enough. What did second place get? Should I like? Did you get anything for
Nothing.
second place?
It was
Nothing.
winner take all.
Winner takes all.
So you were
Wow.
pissed.
Yeah.
What happened?
I
What'd
could
you
have bought
do?
like fucking
Did you-
2.5 fingerboards with that gift
I know.
certificate.
Did you throw
4
anything?
games of
Did you
Moncala.
throw shit?
Are you talking about tech decks?
Yeah. dude.
Yeah. Did you throw shit?
Yes, I smashed the controller into the
An angry
TV.
kid, remember?
To this day, I can't go to EB Games. Not only because it doesn't exist anymore,
The one in New
but
Hampshire.
also because
The
I'm
one,
banned.
yeah, just the one
Just
in
that
New
one in New
Hampshire.
Hampshire, or is like a global ban. It's like
Global ban, dude.
franchise ban.
Yeah, I'm sure
Blacklisted.
they sent his picture to all the wait. Is EV Games even a thing anymore?
Yeah, you
I literally
you
just made a
listeners might
joke.
remember a picture of a. I was gonna say a man with a beard, but he would have been a kid.
He's 7
He had
years
a
old.
beard even as a 6-year-old.
As a
Why do you
6-year-old.
think I have this beard, Bill?
Y'all ever seen
So
a
I
picture of a
can't be
kid
recognized.
at
Yeah.
EB Games?
Have you ever seen
That's
a
Freddie.
6-year-old Brillo pad?
With red
That's
eyes and
Freddie.
tears streaming down.
And chunks of spaghetti in its hair?
Oh.
Well, I needed to get my energy before the final round, Bill.
So
All I
you
had complex carbs, spaghetti.
okay? So you smashed the thing. Does the story have a grand ending, or you were just
a
an
lifetime
angry
ban.
child?
It was a lifetime ban.
That's pretty epic. That's a pretty epic ending.
From EB Games,
to this
yeah.
day, I'm not allowed
At EB
in
Games.
EB Games.
So
If
you
they-
have to strictly shop at GameStop now.
Well, I do. I buy mostly
From Amazon?
digital downloads.
Electronic Boutique is gone. Is that what it was? Electronic Boutique?
I love that.
I think that is what
Radio
it was
Shacks
actually.
are all
Yeah.
gone now.
I haven't seen any in like 10 years.
Wow. Radio Shacks are done now.
Thank
too.
you for that story, Freddie.
Yeah.
Let's
I think it was.
I want to get to some fail messages this week. We got a few.
Woo!
Is that crazy?
I don't even know how to use a regular phone.
That's
anymore.
Wild and Crazy Kids, dude.
Yeah.
It's Wild and Crazy Kids, man.
Crazy
Wild
kids.
and Crazy
It's
Kids.
so fucking wild and crazy. Who
All
let
right,
that wild dog in here? Trailing
We
mud.
need you to slip down this water slide into a vat of whipped cream. Then we need you to go and into this bucket of into this nose. You need to dig
don't know
around
what
in
he's
this
talking
nose
about.
full of
All right, Freddie.
whipped cream.
That's Double Dare. It's the wrong show.
Oh,
it's Double
God damn it.
Dare.
Yeah,
Mark
that is
Summer. He's
Double
got
Dare.
jeans and white shoes and a
Mark's-
blazer.
Mark Summers in both, actually. But all right, we had a couple people call in and leave some fail messages. So I want to listen to them. We'll see how we get. The first one, let's take a listen to it. Oh, that was quick. Just popped right in. This first one's from a set dresser that I think I know. His name's Loomer. Loomer. Crazy name, huh?
Mike T.
It's
Bloomer.
almost lemur.
So I'm listening to this horrible podcast today with some of my friends on it. Oh, it's yours. And I thought I'd give
right.
you my very first job in Hollywood fail story. So I got hired to be a PA, but at the same time I was also a CDL driver. So, of course, I got roped into doing much more than just
For
fucking
those of
handing
you
out
that
call
don't
sheets
know,
and getting
that means he
snacks.
can drive
They
semi
decided to make me
trucks
drive
and
the
stuff
truck.
like that.
And one of the things I had to do was return a generator. And so we were in Malibu, had to drive that thing all the way back down into town and then all the way back out the 101 to where the generator shop was listed on their own paperwork at like Agora Hill.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
So as I'm driving down the 101, I hear this boom! Giant explosion. And I look at the rearview mirror just in time to catch the wheel of the trailer go whipping past my head and start bouncing down the 101
Oh my God.
into oncoming traffic.
The generator.
And I'm trying to get the truck pulled over and get on the side of the road and get out and see if I have caused someone's death
Oh
on
my
the other
God.
side of the highway. And I stood there for 10 minutes, probably trying to suck poop back into my butthole.
Oh my God.
And
Thank you for that
no
description.
damage.
Very
Nobody
descriptive.
stopped. I got away scot-free. So that wasn't the fail. Fail was I called the company and I was like, what do you want me to do? I'm, 100 yards from the exit. Not telling them where I'm at, just say I'm right down the street. They're like, just drive it in. So it's a 2-axle trailer, so I still got 3 wheels on this thing. And I drive it in. And I'm looking at the address. I've got it punched in. Well, I can't say it's punched into the computer. I was using my Thomas Guide map book, which I doubt any of you
This
guys
is
have any idea what Thomas
1989.
Anyway, pull into this industrial complex area. This guy comes out of this building just fucking hot, like yelling, "Get that goddamn generator out of
he
here!
could get
you
it.
motherfucker!" He's just, he is pissed. Come to find out that apparently that generator rental company,
You smoking weed?
skipped town on like 6 months of rent at this place and still hadn't changed their address on their paperwork. So I call the company back up, the generator company. I'm like, hey, I'm out here at Agora Hills. They're all like, yeah, no. I'm like, yeah, no, I heard all about it. So I'm just going to drop this here and you guys can come pick it up with a flatbed. And there you have it. Didn't kill anybody. Got yelled at. First day on the job. Fun times. All right. Hope you guys are good. I like your podcast. Talk to you later.
So pretty much the wheel flew off the generator and he pulled out in this parking spot and the generator company couldn't help him out at all. That's what I'm getting from it. This guy this guy actually is a representative at Local 44. Yeah, so
It's the union, right?
Yeah, the union.
Local
Union.
44 is like the art union, like props,
Set dressing
deck,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. He has a follow up to this. We'll wait till next week to listen to that. His follow up is actually like makes crazier light to the even story.
Wow.
So we'll follow that. But
That's an epic one. It like blew up. Did
yeah,
you say it was a fire?
He said, I think he said the wheel fell off of
Yeah,
the
the
generator.
tire
and, like,
blew up.
Yeah,
So it just
and, like,
popped open.
Oh, the tire blew up.
Yeah.
I imagine this generator like blowing up. Like, God.
We have a second call in too. I want to listen to. I don't know who this one's from, but I haven't listened to it yet. Let's put it up. Let's see what we got here. This one's fresh. It just came to us a couple days ago. So
Probably should listen to these beforehand, but yeah.
why would we?
Oh, I thought
Better
maybe.
say-
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is producer Nick.
Oh, wait!
Nick,
Stop
cut
this
it.
real quick! Stop this! Whoa, stop this!
Cut it.
What are you doing? Stop this! All right.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I pulled all the wires on the table. I just pulled them out, so we had to break for a second and rewire. Nick
don't know.
refused to cut the message, so I had to do what I had to do, and I'm not apologizing to him. I'm apologizing to you, the people.
I don't know. I think we should
I
listen
am
to
the
it.
people's champ of podcasting.
I think we should listen to it. What do you think, Bill?
I'll listen to anything.
I refuse.
That I can
I
tune out.
refuse to be a part of this. I
Please
refuse.
be a part of it.
I
He's not
refuse.
talking. He's taking his headphones off.
Oh God! For those of you who aren't here right now, Freddie's just stormed off. He's thrown his skull candy headphones onto the wooden table and is storming out of the door. And it's the slam. Just left. Oh, and he's back for more, and he's gone.
He should be on that show Pawn Stars. Don't they act like that?
It'd be great TV. It'd be really good TV. Oh, he's coming back
Stormed out the door.
in his
All
Ed
right,
Gein
yeah,
shirt.
I think
very
he's over
foreboding.
All right, let's play the rest of the message. Let's say, I think this is a good exception because he's not talking in the microphone, so he doesn't have to pay any money.
Ailing Hollywood Hotline. Woo!
Freddie's back, so.
I don't agree with it. I don't support it.
Story of mine, and Freddie, by the way, you can't charge me for talking here because technically I'm not talking into the microphone.
He's
Oh
right.
yeah? Oh yeah? Go fuck yourself. How
He's
about this?
right. He's right.
You're getting charged, bitch.
Anyways, my failing story has nothing to do with the film industry, but it is a life failing story. It all began
right.
when I was back in my home country in Venezuela, Caracas.
It's like third world
And,
shit.
I was 16 years old, and I just recently had stolen my mom's car.
Because they do that in Venezuela.
My mom had
Oh, yeah, when-
her car parked in the parking lot, and I just took
When you're a
the keys
fucking
and
criminal
started
like
driving
Nick
with
is,
my friends
Jesus.
around the city because we wanted to go eat.
God, we're really shitting on Venezuela. I just want to say I have no part of this.
There's no. To be
I don't know
fair,
this
there's
man.
no positive news about Venezuela anywhere in the past like 3 years.
Really? Oh God.
It's
Can
not
we-
the most pretty place to go at the moment as far as
gosh.
government. I'm
Really?
sure there's pretty places to go. Government wise, it's just a very.
Can we listen to his story?
Yeah.
around
Continue.
the city because we wanted to go eat at McDonald's, right?
But they have
So-
McDonald's.
That's
Long
positive.
story short, I was in the drive-through for the McDonald's drive-through, and the line was so long. Like, we probably waited there for 30 minutes or so. And all of a sudden, I have to take a shit, dude. But not only that, it was like an
Oh, you gotta
explosive diarrhea type of shit, you know? So I'm in the line trying not to shit my pants, or in the drive-through, rather. We get the food, then we start going back to the building where we lived, and, you know, by the time we're in the elevator, I crap my pants. That's the elevator. To make matters worse,
That'll trap the smell too.
one of my friend's brother stepped into the elevator and he fell all over my shit because obviously I didn't clean it.
Hold on, pause this. Okay. So, what I'm taking happened. He shit in his pants, but by meaning he shit his pants, it fell through his pants.
Nick tends to wear shorts.
I was gonna say they had to be
So,
shorts to get that.
Yeah,
to get
and
out of there.
landed in the elevator.
These aren't skinny shorts either. They're wide
Cargo,
legged.
wide-legged, husky
Is it
fit.
true, Nick? It just fell out of your pant leg.
Was it?
It explosively blasted out of your pant leg
Flavor
and
bastard
in all
shit.
over the elevator. And your brother's friend stepped in. Okay, you can continue it again.
So he didn't
Fell
step
all
in.
over
Well,
and he
pause it.
fell. He-
So he didn't step into the elevator while you guys were riding it back to your floor. He stepped in it later because you left it there.
Did you? One quick question. Did you realize you shit your pants in the elevator?
how do you not? Okay, I'm sorry,
I'm
Freddie.
assuming he's
How do
high
you
as
not
shit.
realize?
I'm assuming he's high as
I
shit.
have never been that high to where I didn't
Okay.
realize I would have shit my pants.
Oh my god.
Did you leave a shit trail to your apartment door?
Yep.
What was your plan on
He kept going
dealing with
out
this?
as I was walking, and the shit was going out of my leg.
What was your plan on dealing with this?
No plan. No. Let's continue. Let's
I got in
continue.
the shower,
Poor
and
guy.
So the dude fell all over and he got shit all over his. All right, guys. Thank you for listening.
Love you.
Call into this hotline and leave your painting stories so we can share it with the rest of the world. Have a good one,
Love
guys.
it.
You know
Producer
what?
Nick out.
I kind of like that Nick can only really talk through calling.
That's the only way he gets airtime.
Let me just
only
say,
way-
Nick does
That was great airtime, though.
owe
That was really
$5. You couldn't see it because this is not a visual medium, but I did put my headphones around the microphone, so technically, Nick was talking into the mic.
Wasn't his lips to the? That's kind of you
actor
fucking
touched
putting
the
him in a
bra.
trap, though.
Yeah. He wants to set up a trap for us. I'll set up my own booby traps. That's what
It's
I
not a
say.
trap
Booby
anymore.
trap.
I think that's a good loophole around it.
Such a beautiful story.
Yeah, it's
That was a
it's
really
good way around
good
it.
story.
Yeah, we got a couple new sponsorships I want to talk about.
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Talk about. One of them, we're on Podcoin. You listen to podcasts? Do you listen to podcasts?
I do not, sir.
Do you listen to podcasts?
I
Bill?
listen to this one.
Do you listen to
Oh, I
podcasts?
do. I listen to quite a bit of podcasts.
You know where you should start listening to podcasts?
Where?
On Podcoin.
What? Ooh.
Yeah, let me
Tell
tell
me
you.
a
about
great
it.
podcast to listen to on Podcoin.
Failing Hollywood.
They have a whole podcast about medieval cutlery.
Okay.
It's a great podcast.
What podcast?
What is the podcast?
It's called Medieval
Cutlery?
Dinner Time.
Is it called the Blacksmith's Kitchen?
It's called What Did They Use? And they
It's called. What do they
each
use?
episode they have a different say
Time
roast chicken. No, it's all medieval.
Okay.
Roast chicken. 90% of the episodes they just use their hands.
Yeah.
And you're
They're
just
5-minute
listening
long
to
episodes.
it, so you don't see any of the.
No, they
hand-
talk it. They're breaking it down.
Okay.
basically. But it's
Yeah.
always hands, and they're always pretty quick episodes.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's
But
a great.
that
Okay, but
that
can put that on
podcast
Podcoin.
though, and every other podcast, anyone that matters, which is ours. Ironically enough,
Yeah, we're on there.
Yeah, we're on there. You can listen to it on Podcoin, and here's what Podcoin is. Any of your podcasts you love, do you want to just sit back, listen to your podcast, and get paid for it?
Nah, I've got a good
Yeah.
amount of money in the
Yeah.
bank.
You don't want free money.
Freddy's good. Freddy's fine.
Well, you don't get actual money for
That's
it.
how
You,
he can storm out of here.
Yeah.
Still.
For every 10
I don't
minutes,
need this shit.
for every
Bunch
10
of flunkies.
For every 10 minutes you listen to on Podcoin, you get 1 Podcoins.
Yeah. What can you do with those pod coins, Mikey?
You can use them to buy, or sorry, not buy.
What the
You
fuck,
can-
man? Come on, be professional.
Yeah,
I'm over
yeah.
here.
Let's try it
serving
again.
it up
Yeah, I
to
know.
you. We're
Let's
playing
try-
a little
What can you
All
use
right,
this
all
for?
right.
What can you use those for, Mikey?
Thank you. Let's
Bill's over here half dead.
You can use these pod coins
I'm
to
all
get
dead, baby.
Amazon gift cards, Dunkin' Donuts gift cards. We may have only
some
a
of
few
that-
of them
some
in
of that
LA here,
Dunkies.
but you get some Dunkins, man.
You're back on the East Coast.
You're more of
That
a
sweet,
star.
sweet
yeah,
coffee.
that sweet taste.
Let it touch your lips, and then you can go outside and hang out by your truck
Let's
and
say-
talk to other people about cars.
Let's say you're
Ooh.
more of a Starbucks guy. They got those gift cards too.
That's nice. They have the good sippy lids.
And maybe
They
they're
do.
not consumers, Mikey. Maybe they're communists. What can the communists do with their pod coins?
They can donate it to charity. Do we have charity? You can go ahead, and if you're communist and you don't,
I don't know if
I don't know
communists
if they would
believe in
donate to charity,
I don't know.
but you can use the pod
I
coins.
don't
to
think
donate
they
to-
need to, because everyone gets like their fair share in communism,
Yeah,
don't
yeah. So maybe they can give it to charity because maybe communists like
they?
charity.
We need charity here because only a small percentage of everyone has all the money.
That's true. But here's the little cherry on top. When you sign up for Podcoin, you could put a promo code Hollywood. That's us. Put in our promo code Hollywood, and you get 300. Just 300
300.
free pod coins.
Wow.
Free pod coins.
And you know
Can't
what?
wait to go home and do that today.
You enter that promo
Yeah.
code, you get
What the fuck?
300
Why
pod
wait
coins.
till you go home?
Hey,
Do it right now.
Do it
I'm
now.
on a fucking thing right now. Okay, I'm on a tangent, if you will. You enter that code Hollywood, you get 300 pod coins instantly, and you can instantly donate that to.
Ronald McDonald House.
You're on a tangent right now. I don't have my shit ready to go, but I'm on a tangent. You donate it to
Pause while I go on my
The
tangent.
app opens up so smoothly.
Count Chocula's Pudding Kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a new
see
one?
here.
Is that a new charity?
I wanna literally tell you what you can do with it. End world hunger. 1 pod coin equals 358 grains of rice.
Wow.
1 pod coin equals
350
18
grains of
ounces of
rice.
CO2 removed from the air. I assume it's from the air.
Okay.
1 pod
Okay.
coin equals 109 square feet of rainforest.
All right, come on now.
You can instantly donate 300 pod coins just by entering in that promo code, and
Do
you
you
can
think they count their grains
and you
of
can
rice?
and you can do
question.
301
One.
Are you doing math over there? What's happening?
300. One times 300
What has happened to
equals
this episode?
387,000 square feet of rainforest. That might be a give or take.
All right, if Freddie doesn't donate all his pod coins to charity, I'm gonna fucking flip because he's defending.
just gave us
no,
that.
this is the second episode he's defended like charity hardcore for this app.
So can we actually donate to that?
Yeah, it's
One
an
pod
option on
coin
the app.
equals
It's an app.
0.8
It's an
seconds of
option on the app.
cancer
Yeah.
research.
He's right. He's reading off the page.
Can we get someone to investigate whether or not Freddie's making fake charities and
He's
just
not
pocketing
making
the
this
money?
up. He's not.
1 pod coin equals 2 minutes of me getting it.
All right, thank you, Freddie.
You can get it. That's the
Moving
4th or
on.
5th.
You can directly
I'm pretty-
donate it to my bank account and it will
do we-
transfer into American currency so
Freddie.
I can get it.
Freddie, do we have a second?
No, we do not.
Not yet. Okay.
we're waiting
Next
on that.
episode we will. We're waiting on it. We will have more coming up. We do have a fantasy football draft coming up. We're doing $100 league.
Ooh, that's a good amount of money.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Why is it? Because it's 20 people.
It's 20 people and
At
the
$100 a piece, that's like $2,000.
I think the first place winner gets $1,200.
Really?
What could you do with $1,200?
You can buy a pretty shitty used car.
You could buy 1,200 beers on your trip to Mexico.
Yeah.
If you were willing to pay for the
But
trip,
if that's
you
not
could buy
good enough,
1,200
check it
beers.
out. Second place
Or
gets
cervezas.
$600.
Boom, boom, boom.
What could you do with $600? Buying an even worse car.
That's still enough to purchase a hooker.
Buy a mattress on
Yeah.
on
What kind
Amazon.
of high-priced hookers are you going for?
Are your hookers less than $600?
I don't have to pay for sex, and I never have.
Get it.
Bill,
I've been to a couple massage parlors.
Never.
Happy ending.
No, yeah.
Not even a not happy ending. I never had a regular massage. I used to date a masseuse.
So if you want to join this fantasy football league, it's going to be the Failing Hollywood Fantasy Football League. $100 entry fee. First place $1,200. Second place $600. Third place even gets $300. So there's pretty good payouts. Everything. Like I said, it's a $20 league. Trades, you have to be trade envy, because the one thing I hate about fantasy leagues is nobody likes to fucking trade. So if you don't trade, I'll punch you in the fucking face. Either way, join the league. Our draft's going to be August 1st, I believe. So we got a couple months to do it. So I'm trying to fill up the roster, and we'll get all in and get part of it.
I'm not going to be a part of it. I don't give a shit what rich people do with balls in a field.
No, Freddie's debating. I think if we have enough people from New Hampshire
on that field.
Hey, New England, I'm relying on you guys to jump in on this. Because I think that's what's going to get Freddie involved. He needs some motivation. So you guys got to jump in on this. Regardless, you can find us on Facebook. We're at Failing Hollywood on Facebook. We're on Instagram at Failing Hollywood as well. We're on Tinder.
We're on Tinder.
Yeah, we're on Tinder.
I love that. I date you.
Let's hook up.
Thank you.
guys.
Yeah. You swipe right on us?
I swipe right on.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah, hit us up on Tinder. Bill eats ass.
Yeah.
That's irrelevant, but true.
We're on Twitter. We're on Twitter at Failing Hollywood.
Failing Hollywood.
Because the D didn't fit.
The D didn't make it into it, so there's no dick in our. Yeah, we don't have a dick in us.
No, the title was Failing Hollywood. It was too long as a. It doesn't.
We're gonna explain this every single one.
every time.
How about this?
all good.
The D is there. It's just so small you can't see it.
Yeah,
It's the opposite. You pronounced Failing Hollywood. It's the opposite of a silent letter in a word. The letter's not there, but you have to say it anyway.
so good. We explained that again. We also have a phone number.
7th time explaining this.
We have a phone number, as you just heard on this podcast. We're doing these segments. We're really doing them. Please call in and leave your message. You can also ask us for advice. I really want to give somebody advice. So if you have like some deep problems, call us in, because we'll give you some real shitty advice, and we won't even charge you for it.
I'll give you that good.
Wait, advice about what? I spaced
life,
out.
like anything. Hey, we're all professionals about like, hey, give us your sexual problems, and we'll give you some great advice.
I
on
actually
how to
could
fix
give
it.
you
I'm trying to love line over here.
advice about that. However, I would suggest advice about the industry. If you're interested in the industry, the different departments and stuff. I
Davis,
always talk about that kind of
Plunge
stuff
podcast.
on Twitter if you're around.
So call in, ask questions, ask industry advice, ask just regular life advice. We'll give you some pretty good, solid. I'd say we're pretty successful people, so I think we're semi-qualified to be able to give some advice. Does anybody want to help us out with our phone number?
I mean, we're still live. I'd consider that.
Yeah,
a success.
I think Freddie, this is your week to help us out with the phone number. What's our
Talk
phone
to
number?
me about suicide, sex, and how to start in the industry. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I dropped this mic, but it's attached to this weird robot arm.
What's our number, Freddie?
Oh, phone number. 818-928-5379. That number again, 818-928-5379. That's how you can remember it. Cause
Sounds like a phone
say it was
number
like
for a
that.
barbecue chicken.
Yeah,
place.
it's
Come on down, get a chicken. It's hot and it's grilled and it's good and it's not fried.
Finger licking.
We leave the feathers on and just cover it in barbecue
So there
sauce.
you go. You have a jingle for
I
that.
feel like the first time you did it was Empire. 2-300 Empire.
I forgot about
I felt like that was what you were doing.
My other favorite one, 1877 cars per kid. KARS cars per kid.
Man, I can't believe you guys know
1877
this so
cars
well.
per kids. Donate your car today.
Why are they letting these children drive? What the fuck is this?
Guys, we're not getting sponsorship from them. You can't
use that.
Adam,
Yes.
thank you so much for
We're not
joining
getting
us.
sponsorship from a charity.
No, yeah. We have to get sponsorship.
Give us money, charity.
Give
All
us
right.
those kids' cars.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Can you let us
What's your Instagram?
Yeah, let our people know where to find you.
Yes, I am at Adam Faison, and that's F as in Frank, A-I-S as in Sam, O-N as in Nancy. Reality on all platforms, on Instagram and Twitter.
Perfect.
And
so it's all
Facebook.
the same. You don't lose the D on Twitter then.
That's nice. You know, it's actually really cool. Freeform went and they handle swapped me with this person who just like never posts anything, but
Yeah.
they just like kept my handle. And I was like,
made
damn,
a
I really
couple
want to get
bucks,
rid of the
dude.
Adam_Faison. And so
Yeah.
they swapped it for me.
They made some money.
So
off
wait, what
that,
is
I
it?
know.
What is it one more time?
at Adam Faison.
Adam, just all one word,
All
pretty
one
much.
word.
Okay, Adam
Yeah.
Faison. Cool. So you can find him there. Again, thank you for joining
Wait,
us.
do you have a blue check mark, dude?
No,
he's not that
and
big
Twitter,
yet.
I do. Yeah.
Oh,
but
you do
on,
on Twitter?
Yeah, but on Instagram,
Working for
it
it.
won't be until it's actually very hard to
It's
verify.
like 10,000 or something? Or?
No, it's not even followers. It's a amount of articles that you have, and then you have to like know the people, and so then they look up and see how often you like come
Gotcha.
up on Google. It's like really fucking weird. It's like the biggest
Are
mystery.
you on that app for celebrity fucking?
Oh,
What is that?
should
app?
I be?
No.
It's
Probably not.
It's called Raya.
We'll talk about that on a later
okay,
podcast. Thank
got
you
it.
again for joining us. We'll get your blue check mark eventually. This is Failing Hollywood. Please turn in next week. That was great.
Show me your penis.